Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. First of all, before I go into the subject of this video, I want to mention to all of you that maybe are new to this channel, welcome to my channel. My name is OddOneGaming. I'm an official content creator for Raid Shadow Legends and I'm doing daily content. So, if you're looking to start playing this game and want to learn a few things and want to, keep up with what's going on in this game, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next. I'm trying to do content on all areas of the game and, from end game to the early game, whatever. I'm always trying to keep the information up to date and as relevant to all of you as possible. But if you're one of the ones that have been, watching the raid scene, so to speak, and seeing, you might have seen this game everywhere in ads, in, on YouTube, on Facebook, on whatever, you might be like, okay, is it really worth starting to play this game? Do I really want to commit to this? And honestly, I'm just going to say, yes, it is. We're in 2023. I still believe that Raid is one of the best, if not the best gacha game from this, from this style, from the dark fantasy style. And the reasons for this are, they're endless. I'm going to show you quite a few of these ones in this video. I'm going to explain a few things why you should start playing this game. The first of all, honestly, I'm just going to straight up jump in and talk about the main thing that's still Raid is unbeatable in my opinion up until this game, up until this moment, and that is the graphics. Honestly, if you can go in every single one of these factions, for example, let's have a look at, I don't know, somebody like a Cardiel. I mean, look at the details and the design of these champions. Everything is so well done. It's so amazing. The quality of it is awesome. Even the animations in fights are pretty amazing, but they're definitely top tier when it comes to, I mean, look at this. Look at this flaming champion. It's just insane. And you know what? It's not just for like, okay, maybe it's just the legendaries. No, they actually even do pretty good with the, the lower level ones. You still got the quality, you still got the details. The animations are pretty amazing. Let me just show you, I don't know. Let's just jump into a fight and let me show you a fight of how the animations look in this game. Let's just pick some champions and just, jump in and look at this. I'm going to put it on 1x speed just, just to see exactly the animations. It's like, it looks pretty slick. Like everything, the details of the maps, the details of everything is it's just pretty awesome. Honestly, I don't think there's a game from this genre, especially because it's a mobile game, that can surpass Raid at this moment in time. Who knows, maybe in the future, but for now it's still the best one out there. The other amazing thing about this, since I showed you this part of the factions, there are currently 16, 17, look, my math's bad, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15 factions currently in the game, and we're gonna have a 16th one coming out, like, sometime in the future, but that's it might be more, who knows, but for now there's a ton of champions. This game has over 800 champions in the game. You got uncommons, you got rares, you got epics, and obviously legendaries. Let me see, forgot one. And you got the common. The beauty about this is the fact that, this game, kind of like, any other game, like, yes, the epics and legendaries are still gonna be the best ones for you to build, but unlike other games, there's still going to be some commons and uncommons and even rares that are gonna be useful for you to build. If you want to find some details about, like, who's the good one to build, who should I focus on and all that, if you decided to start playing this game, I'm gonna have a link in the description, in the pinned comment, where it's going to take you to hellhades.com. That's a website developed by Hellhades and his team, where you can find ratings, you can find details about these champions, many more things. Apart from that, what I would suggest is, if you start playing this game, first of all, go on my channel, go to the playlist and look at my free-to-play series. In the first videos of those series, it always explains to you the best way to actually start. And what I mean by that is the fact that you always want to start with a promo code. Like, this game has tons of promo codes. There's a lot that come, they constantly come out. There's lots of promo codes for new players and all that. So you want to check that video. And at the same time, in that video, I'm going to link again to hellhades.com, where you can find the right promo codes to start with. And, if you follow along with one of those free-to-play series that I made, it's gonna be you're gonna be able to start playing this game and learn it, while you progress yourself. Watch those videos and you're gonna learn how to do, what to focus on and all that, because it's gonna be impossible for me to cover everything in this game in one single video unless I make a 5-hour video, because it's a pretty complex game. But when it comes to the promo codes, like I have already redeemed one that we have for today, but you can use a promo code once every 24 hours. And the amazing thing about the starting a new account and with the promo codes is there are certain starter promo codes that give you amazing champions to start off with. As an example, if you start the game today and you can use, I have some links in the description and again in the pinned comment where you can download, Play and Play on PC or through Apple or through, the Android devices. You can use those links from me to download the game. And after you start playing, you can use a promo code, which is gonna be superpowers, and you're gonna get yourself a Deacon Armstrong that you're gonna start with. This is gonna make your game progress so much easier because he brings a lot of good things in the game, like, the speed leads, the turn meter manipulation, decreased defense, the defense break, some leech. It's a pretty amazing one, but he's not the only one. There's several other ones that you can start with. So, just check my previous videos and check hellhades.com to see exactly what's the one that you want to start with. Now, if we're going to talk about something else, and that's the complexity of this game, okay? It has so many things that is just insane. You have the shard system, which is like, the summoning part. You have the tavern when you're going to upgrade your champions and your fodder. You have the forge where you can get a ton of gear sets. You have the marketplace that sells you different stuff and has some key things in there that you want to keep an eye out for. You have the guardian ring, which was something that was introduced last year that, it's kind of like, first of all, it's a sparring pit. You can upgrade your champions in here. Then faction guardians empowerment. There's a ton. I'm not gonna go through everything, but there's a ton going in here. The new addition again that was added in the last year is the soul system and the blessing system. What else do we have in here? There's a gem mine that I currently do not have. I'm on the free to play right now. I have 2 accounts. I run a main account and a free to play account. But there's this one. There's tons of dungeons, Iron Twins, the potion keeps in here, Minotaur, Golem, Dragon. There's so much. We have the clan bosses. We have the Demon Lord clan boss, which is one of the best areas of the game that you want to focus. Your goal when you start playing this game is to try to get yourself to Ultra Nightmare as soon as you can. Then we also have another clan boss, which is the Hydra. This one's a little bit of an end game. So if you cannot beat this in the early games, do not be too upset because it's supposed to be end game content. The same thing is with the Iron Twins Fortress and with the Sand Devil. These are not priorities if you start playing the game, but it's gonna be something you want to do at a certain point. Then we also have the Doom Tower, which it's relevant to Void Towers or Abyss or whatever you have seen maybe in other games. That's again, it's pretty complex because every single boss has a unique mechanic that you need to use to beat it, and that's what makes it an amazing game for me. And the thing is, for 99% of the content in the game, it's not like if you don't have that one champion, that's it, you cannot beat it. There's always teams of ways around it, and that's again another reason why I really love this game, is because I always figure out new ways of tackling the Doom Tower bosses, the dungeon bosses, the everything. Obviously that's the campaign, which is gonna be the first thing that you're gonna experience and that you're gonna get to. And the first thing that you're gonna want to cover is getting yourself to Brutal campaign, which is over here behind me. And get yourself to the stage 12 Brimstone Path, and this is where you will be spending most of your time in Brutal stage 12-3. This is the best place to get yourself experience for, your fodder, to upgrade more food and upgrade your champions. As a quick hint, if you're not going to be watching all of my free to play series videos, one of the first things that you want to focus is getting your starter champion, which you're gonna have a choice between Kale, Gaelic, Aethel, and Elaine. Get them to 6-star first, to level 60, because that's gonna make every other area in the game a lot easier. If you're one of those players that you're thinking like, okay, should I spend in this game, should I not? One thing that I can 100% say is this game is pretty balanced in the sense of like, yes, as a free-to-play, it's not going to be as easy to do everything in a game, and it's, it's going to take a lot more time than if you're a spender, but this game is actually 100% free-to-play friendly. Like, you can do it, you can do, I don't know, 90%, 95% of the content in the game and compete with others, finish other stuff in the game without spending any money. But if you do decide to spend, one of the things that I recommend, and that's like one of the best values, is the daily gem pack. This one gives you 2,140 gems over 30 days, and this is pretty good value. But again, you don't have to spend, but if you do decide, this is one of the best things. And you're always gonna have packs based on your level, so keep in mind, the more you spend, the higher the offers will be. So remember that. Another thing is a little bit that I want to mention is the time commitment. This game can be a little bit bad if you're trying to do perfect absolutely everything in this game. But if you're one of those that's like an extreme grinder and you want to do everything to the maximum, then yes, this game is gonna take you lots of hours. But if you just want to enjoy it casually, honestly, I think like if you play like for like 1 hour of actively playing this game, you can do all of your dailies and then move on with your day and do some other stuff. Another thing that it focuses on is the background grinding. So for example, while I'm doing this, I could just put my team to run. It can go on full auto. I can go and grind my stuff while I don't know, I work on other things, I spend time with the family, watch a movie. This game can farm in the background. Doesn't matter if you're on PC or if you're on mobile. They have the auto battle system that you can, just put it on your phone, leave it to the side, and it's gonna do the job. It does not have the background grinding, so like, if I close the game, I cannot farm it, unfortunately. Maybe one day they're gonna introduce that, but still. If you find yourselves the right teams that do the grinding in a fast enough time, you're going to be able to spend all that daily energy pretty fast and shouldn't be that big of a problem. But look at these animations. They definitely look pretty good. So the thing is like this. It's also a game that requires you to be really careful with your resources. You will be doing a lot of mistakes while you're playing this game. You're gonna do some, you're gonna do some basic mistakes that everybody will do. So maybe on the first account that you start playing, just give it like, give it a couple of months of playing without spending on it if you're somebody that does spend. And after you start learning more about this game, maybe you're gonna watch more of my videos or some other fellow content creator videos. There's a lot of us. There's lots of great content creators in this scene. And after you learn more, then maybe you can start over again and choose the champions that you want as the starters, the right promo codes as I mentioned earlier. And then you can decide like, okay, this is gonna be my main game. I can start spending if I want to on it. Or again, if not, you don't have to spend. You can play this game pretty easily as a free-to-play. That's why, like, for example, I'm doing a free-to-play series every single year because, first of all, I want to be up to date. So, if there's gonna be new players like you guys, if you're on the new players watching, and I always want to be up to date so I can always give the best advice for new player, not just for like for the end game. But yeah, it's after I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna show you some other cool features about this game because, like I said, there's so much to go on, and it can definitely be a time sink if you don't manage your resources pretty well. But at the same time, like I said, if you're somebody that enjoys that, then you're going to love this. One of the newest features that they added this year, and it's hand down the best one. It obviously depends because it was just added like this week, yesterday. So it's the live arena. So we just had, we had the classic arena, which is normal fight. You just go in there, search for a team to fight. You go in there, you beat them, move on with your day. And even with the arena, there's so many ways of beating the arena and fighting in the arena that it's insane. It used to be only speed, if you are the fastest, you win. Now there's so more complex ways of beating it. You can be fast, you can be slow, you can go second, and it all depends on, what champions do you have. So absolutely everything in this game can be done if you have almost whatever champions you have. You just have to build them in the right way and get the right team synergy. So apart from having the classic arena, there's also the tag team arena. This is a feature that I'm not the biggest fan of, but if you're somebody that enjoys arena, the 3v3 arena is basically, just simple arena times 3. But if you're getting to the point where you're going to be playing for 6, 7, 1 year, 2 years, you're going to get more and more champions. You're going to keep advancing through the tiers because arenas have different tiers. And maybe you're going to enjoy this. Like sometimes I do enjoy doing 3v3 on my main account where I'm in gold 4, which is like the hardest of the hardest. So if you're somebody that likes theory crafting and fighting in the arena with different teams, different builds, they are definitely gonna love this. And like I said, the new feature that they introduced is the live arena. This is something that I feel like it relaunches the game, it revives a little bit the game, even though it was not necessarily a dead game, but it gives something different because Raid is at its core, it's a PvE game. It's a player versus environment game. So if you're somebody that does not like arena, you barely have to do it. You can do some simple fights just to do your dailies, quest, your advanced quest to progress your account, and then you can just ignore it. But if you like arena, definitely you're gonna have tons of things to do with the classic 3v3 and now the live arena, which is pretty amazing. It also has a really complex gear system, which I think now there's like over 50 or 60 gear sets. So if you're one of the ones that, I don't know, has played Diablo or has played some online games, like for example, I played a browser game called Gladiatus. That was a game where, you know, you had the gladiator and you had to choose the right gear sets for them. So if you're someone that enjoys that, there's gonna be tons of gear sets in here for you to learn, just for the normal artifacts, and then you have the accessories, you know, rings, amulets, and banners, which again, there's some different types. There's basic ones, there's one that brings you special things like this one, you know, chance to counterattack. So there's so much to do in this game that, trust me, you will not be bored. But again, I want to emphasize, you don't have to do everything perfectly 100%. If you want to enjoy it, 1 hour a day of gameplay, and that's good. They also have something that I currently cannot show you, and that's called the clan versus clan tournament. That one's not something as like, you know, as a guild war you've seen other games, but it's basically, it's one clan going up against the other one, and you have to do, there's a tug of war bar going left and right, where depending on how, you know, how many points you get, you can win or you can lose. The prizes are pretty good. Even if you do not win those clan versus clan tournaments, it's still worth doing it, because there are certain milestone rewards that give you tons of rewards. They give you more energy, they give you more chickens to build your champions, they give you some books. So it's still a gameplay that can, you know, as long as you take the fun out of it, it's gonna be good. If you're gonna be somebody that like always wants to win everything, it might not be as easy, because you know what, this game has lots of spenders. It has the, you know, the whales, the krakens. It has lots of lots of people that do that, and you're not gonna be able to compete with those at that high level. But like I said, unless apart from that, 95% of everything else in the game you can do at your own pace, with your own clan, with your friends, with, you know, whatever you want to do. So yeah, I think I've covered most of this one. Like I said, if you do want to learn more about this game, the best way to learn is to watch one of my free-to-play series. If you just go on my playlists, I have this year's series where I'm playing with other content creators, which is quite a, you know, it's a fun competition between us. Then I have the last year's free-to-play series, which honestly it's still relevant, because I give the one from last year might be a little bit better, because it gives you tips on how to play this game if you've never played any game from this genre. If you never played a gacha game, that one's gonna be able to teach you a lot. One extra thing that I want to say before I finish, this game has the best community ever, honestly. Like, I've been playing games since, like, I don't know, since I was 12, 13, I'm currently 32, so I've never seen a more close and friendly community. Obviously, we're gonna have some, you know, we're gonna have some weeds. Every forest has its bad trees, as they say. But most of this community is amazing. The people playing this game are amazing. The content creators are amazing. Everybody's always trying to help each other on YouTube, on Twitch, on Discord. So it's a really, really fun community to be a part. Even though you might have seen, you know, you might have seen lots of videos where like, oh, Raid is a meme and this and that. It's like, no, Raid have a really good marketing team. And the game itself is pretty good, it's pretty amazing, and the community is one of the best. Like I said, I've never seen a better community than this game yet. Up until today, 14th of April 2023, I've not seen a better gaming community. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. If you do enjoy my content, like I said, like this video and subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. As I mentioned at the beginning, I upload on YouTube every single day Raid content. May it be endgame, may it be early game, may it be free to play. I always try to keep my content fresh. I try to cover almost every area of the game, and I try to be helpful to as many of you out there. But yeah, this is gonna be it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye, guys.